Yeah, it's awesome.
What is it like to be a part of this like first class that's being immortalized like in a video game? Because when you think about it, like the previous game, like it had the number, but it didn't have the names on the back. So like you're part of that first class of, I guess, college football players that are always going to have that staple of being in a video game.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty cool. Hard to really explain because I remember playing the one or NCAA 14. It's like, wow, it was cool playing and like playing as the colleges, but seeing yourself on there, it's completely different. It's like kind of a surreal moment.
Seeing your teammate on the cover.
Yeah, that was cool.
Right?
Yep.
On the roster, are you listed? Are you going to be listed as a fullback?
Yep. They had me on the NCAA. I was fullback. Yeah.
Okay, so that was probably where you were happy.
It was cool. Yeah, it was cool. The detail they put in that game is awesome.
So I guess more on the field as far as the fullback role this year. How do you see yourself really even leading more into that role?
I mean, we have a lot of great coaches who put us in great situations to use our skill sets the best we possibly can, and whatever Michigan needs from me to help win, like always ready to do it. So whatever that role looks like, in any facet, I'm ready for it.
Hey Max, I know you do one game at a time, but the last game you played in was the national championship. But then you look at this schedule, and you've got Washington again on there. I know you're not looking forward, but when you saw that, you had to have, what was your initial reaction?
It's awesome just having so many big opportunities this season and going to a great stadium, great venue I'm excited for, and always excited for the big stage. I always want to play in the biggest game, but again, all we can focus on is today and tomorrow and whatever we can do.
I know, like when Ohio State, you play them every year. You know, and every year you have a lot of similarities. But these two teams, national championship game, but it's like two completely different teams now. Coaching change and just all the personnel changes.
Yeah, it's a game we're always looking forward to, and but again, like all that matters right now is we've got camp coming up and we got workouts tomorrow, and it's the coaching change is definitely something that will be brought up, but I mean it's a smooth transition. It's the same program, same energy, and we're just excited to keep building on the blueprint we have and find ways to make it even better.
Hey Max, Connor Morissette with USCFootball.com. USC, their first game of the Big Ten at the Big House. What can they expect coming into an atmosphere like that?
Great atmosphere, great loyal fans who bring everything they can every Saturday, and it's a great venue that I grew up going to games there, and I love it, and it's very special to me.
What's it like when a team comes to that place for the first time?
It's hard to say because it's never been in the same situation, but it's an iconic venue, a staple, and I think whoever gets the opportunity to come play there, it's definitely a cool moment. There's been a lot of great voices, and some guys have had to like take on almost an even bigger role. Like Donovan's been able to talk even more, but what's special is that guys like Ernest Hausman and Josiah Stewart can step into this role from being a transfer and have gone and been able to produce in the field and do everything the right way, and to be able to share their message and the experiences they have to really add value in a leadership way. So those two are big ones, and there's a lot more voices out there that have been heard.
Max, we know absolutely who Jim Harbaugh is, for better or worse. Is Coach Buck more, dug out his persona yet? What is he?
Yeah, what's so awesome about him is he is himself, and he'll be that every single day. You get the same guy every day, which is incredibly important. And you guys have got to see what he is through kind of an outside perspective, and he's everything we ever need him to be. He's always ready to help us, and just like Coach Harbaugh, all he cares about is helping Michigan win.
What was your first thought when you saw Coach Moore after Penn State?
The video? He's incredibly passionate. Like this, he wants to see the best for us so badly, and I think it was just such a moment for him that he got to be there and see everything from a different point of view, and he was just just happy to see the joy that Michigan brings him.
Was he the guy in those 3 or 4 games he coached up there 20 minutes before game time when he took the field? He was the last voice before you guys came out on the field.
Yeah, and it was a little bit of Coach Herb too, but it was mostly Coach Moore, and that final message before you go out has always been at Michigan, the head coach, and you could feel the energy, and with how much energy he brings with it to be still so like cool, calm, and collective, pretty special.
Max, have you been able to play as yourself in your college football video game?
I have, yeah, it's pretty cool.
What do you think about your overall player?
It's awesome. It's cool just seeing yourself in the game. We got the whole season. Hopefully I can up my speed on there. Hopefully I get a chance to show that.
Have you played with any other teams besides Michigan? Like, is there one team that you're like, man, I want to kind of be these guys?
I play as Army. I love running the flex bone. It's very fun.
You have a go-to play?
The like inside veer option when it's like you're reading 3-tech, the whole ordeal. It's awesome.
How OP is the defense? Have you ever played against your actually Michigan's defense on the game yet?
I have, and with my roommates we play, and we both play as Michigan, and Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant are game wreckers.
In regards to like this Loon Schoonmaker last year, you talked about when he got to Michigan, he was blocking a bunch of first-round picks on defense. You've blocked against a lot of guys.
Yeah.
What are some names that we haven't heard of that you're like, they're next up?
TJ Guy, and I couldn't talk about TJ enough. And in the world that college football is in now, TJ could have left so many times, and but he's waited his turn and he's worked so hard, and I'm so excited to see him have his opportunity. I've practiced against him since I first got here, and the way that guy works, develop every pass rush move, everything in the run game, he's worked so hard, and so grateful that he'll get an opportunity to show that.
And obviously Donovan, blocking for a guy like that, it's a lot. How do you describe his game? Obviously Corm is one of the greatest, but Donovan, what makes him special?
It's just a good feeling, and this was same with Blake, and it's always been with Dono too. It's like, at any point, like this could be the big one, and you just know that the speed is there, like the toughness, everything. Like there's always a good feeling when you're getting your stance. You're like, oh, this could be it. Like he could break off a long one here.
We always say when you get a new coach, like you're not trying to replace the last guy.
Uh-huh.
Given how unique a personality
Yeah.
Jim was, how hard of a job is that to try to fill his shoes?
It's not exactly about like filling shoes. Like they're two different people under like the same. Like Coach Moore has learned so much from Coach Harbaugh, and at the end of the day, it's both guys who just love Michigan with everything they have and want to see Michigan win, and they'll do everything for it. So.
Like no one can replace anyone.
Uh-huh.
Like how unique is that to Jim, just given how unique his personality is?
Yeah, different personalities, like obviously, but like you can't Coach Moore's Coach Moore and Coach Harbaugh's Coach Harbaugh. Like they're two different people, but like I said, the energy of the position and of the passion is the same.
I think Harbaugh's legacy of Michigan.
Michigan legend. That was a Michigan legend was a very meaningful term to give someone under Coach Harbaugh, and it still will be and he's a Michigan legend. Everything he's done, there's no better way to put it. He's a legend here.
Trump said on the podium that he didn't want to change too much because obviously it's working pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to put some flavor on things.
Yep.
What is Sharon's flavor?
That's kind of a fall camp thing to find, but kind of the theme I've been thinking of is like we have the blueprint. It's just you can't be happy with that. You have to find ways to make it better, and there's new faces and new ideas that are all in the same pursuit of finding out what that next best way to do something is. So.
The most decorated running back is gone. We're just talking about the entire offensive line. What gives you confidence that this is running the game?
Yeah, the beauty behind it is just the way Michigan Staple is developing, and there's been so many guys that you haven't got to see yet, that have been working so hard for so long that you know wholeheartedly that they're ready. They're ready to do what they have to do, and there's confidence in every guy that steps in the field, and that's just we're grateful to be in a situation where I can look at anybody and know that they've got my back and to do the same. In the offensive line, I'm very excited for Gio just because he's got to play before. Like, he's started games and kind of goes under the radar just because of the nature of the position, but like, he's gone out and played very good football games before, and excited for him to be able to do that just the same as Miles Hinton has played and the same as Preeb has played in games, and he's got to come here. And Crippen's always been waiting, and every single player on that, everybody who's coming up to play has had an opportunity to really show to someone else that they can do it.
When you're thinking about that, I mean, last year, Xavier's coming back. You guys could go for a blindfold, right? Probably footwork and all those things that go through one game. What's the feel of this now? Holston's the only returning starter, right? He is
Yeah, I mean, like, the first string offensive lineman is being developed the same way the third string is. Like, the steps are the same. We don't cater to certain guys. It's all about making the position as seamless and perfect as we can make it. So I'd say it's in the right spot for everyone to be the best that they can be whenever their time's called.
I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure Michigan is the only school to bring a /H back to Media Day. What does that say about who you guys are?
It just says a lot. Like, I'd say we use the position, and I've been able to help Michigan, and all I care about is helping Michigan, and it's an honor to be able to talk about all the guys back in Ann Arbor who are working so hard. Huh? No, I stay in the tight end room. So I'm in Steve Casul's room.
Well, that's similar note. You guys had a lot of good players. The ones coming back from last year, really amazing. But when they make the video game, the cover in the front row is Donovan. Why is he a good face? Or yes, I think the back said video game. Why is he a good face for the
I mean, everything he preaches, everything he stands for every day is like the Michigan values. He works so hard. He spreads that work ethic and desire to everyone around the building. So just the energy that Donovan brings to the building is unheard of. So it's a great. I'm happy to see the recognition he gets.
Just given the way you guys play, why is it fitting for a running back to be?
We run the ball, so it's a great guy to have out there.
Max, pretty honest about last year, some of the struggle with mental health and all that. I'm just wondering what you noticed as a friend and teammate, last year and then where he's at right now.
Donovan is an unbelievable person. Anyone who has the opportunity to be around him, it's the energy the guy brings. He loves this place. He loves every player on the team like a brother. And for him to have to go through hard times, it hurts you. And we were all. It was all. Everything with Donovan is pure love. He loves us, and we'll always love Dono. And I'm so happy to see the recognition he deserves kind of start to get spread to him.
What do you think is possible for him this year?
Anything with him. Donovan's an explosive player. We've got to see it before, and it's hard to put a label on what he can be because every day he somehow I see him do something better than he did before.
National championship. A lot of people are thinking you lost to Harbaugh, you lost to the Ohio State team. You're going to take a step back. So you guys are not with that at all. Kind of give me your mindset. What are the expectations for this year?
Yeah, the standard will always be the standard, and what we take pride in is that we only focus on what we can control right now, and we got workout tomorrow. That's all I'm focused on is what we can be, how good can our team be tomorrow, and we worked out today, and that's all the focus is on. It's day to day, and we don't need to prove anyone else wrong. We're just proving ourselves right. We've got a lot to. We work to create an image that we desire, and we're going to earn everything that we can through the work ethic that we have each day.
Until you got your guys, Ohio State dominating rivalry, how much pride do you take in reversing that, and how is it sustainable?
Take a lot of pride in it. We know how big that game is. We know that it's the staple of the year, and we take a lot of pride in that game, and always will. So this grade and the group of guys that have got to be around the program for that means a lot to them.
Favorite memory playing against Ohio State?
I have a weird thing where I don't remember the ins and outs of every game just because you're in the moment, adrenaline's rushing and all that. But I'd say that first touchdown in Ann Arbor this year was pretty special. You could feel the energy, like here we go, like this is the game, and special moment.
Hey Max, how do you feel about the possibility of facing Ohio State back-to-back with them getting rid of the division?
We love every opportunity. We love every chance that this new structure gives us. So we welcome any opportunity, any challenge with open arms.
How do you handle your coach more honestly said he's not backing down with expectations of trying to win another national championship? What are the discussions of that in the locker room? Not shying away from that.
Yeah, it's you don't want to think too big picture. That's what can get you beat. Is you think about the next game or you think about something way down the road. And we know that if we work as hard as we can today and whatever we can control right now, that's led to our success. It hasn't been our success hasn't come from thinking about the national championship in August. It's thinking about how good can this practice be. Mm-hmm.
James Frank, without any provocation, he says that he thinks that was a knee-jerk reaction to the science students game. He said, I don't think this is going to have the impact or effect that everybody thinks it will.
Mm-hmm.
Think it'll be a big impact?
I mean, the NFL uses it. The only thing I see is I'm in the huddle, and all I know is that the QB isn't looking over here anymore. It's just in his head. So for me, I can't really comment on anything.
Well, the point he's making was that tight ends and wide receivers still have to be 50 yards apart outside if they're wearing the huddle. They still have to use hand signals to go.
Yeah, it depends on the team and what type of way however it works. I mean, we huddle so much that for all it takes away from us is the QB turning to the left or right. So, but we still I guess you hand signal. That's different than the NFL. But I guess I'm not really in a position. I'm not a quarterback or a safety or anything to know what's different.
Max, in
A lot of years, too, right?
Honestly, and everyone says they don't listen to it. I didn't really know until today. So all I focused on was today I'd lift, and tomorrow I work out again.
What would you say is Coach Moore's coaching style?
Extremely passionate. He is the number one thing I'd say, he is all about his players, and he is all about whatever it takes to put them in the best situation to win. And he takes a lot of pride in that, and he also takes pride in the connection he has with us to get there. He knows the whole ins and outs of what it takes to help us be the best we can be.
Talking about the potential of playing Ohio State back-to-back weeks. I mean, there is a reality where you play each other 3 times in one season. You thought about that, or what would that kind of be like to have that game 3 times?
Never thought about that, and it's what we welcome every opportunity. We'd love it, and it's the game, and playing the game 3 times would be a great opportunity. We're ready for it.
Max, in what ways have you seen Donovan grow as a player and a person during his time in Ann Arbor?
He, since we stepped on campus, has been vocal when we first got here, he was vocal to the freshman class because he had the ability to for what he's done. And it's spread throughout the whole team, and especially this year, he has said so many great things to the team. The energy he brings, the passion, the love for this game, it's contagious. You can't really put words to it.
What can you bring to the team if he has that chance to be the featured back this year, the way Blake and Hassan were before him?
He's explosive. We got to see the things that he can do. At any moment, a big play can happen with Donovan, and it's a great feeling to know that at any point could hit. Donovan, no, he's always been the same guy, which is something we really take pride in the building, is be the same guy every day. He's got to share himself more to the team just because of the nature of leadership, and it's good to be able to see this much of Donovan because he's an infectious personality, as you guys have got to be around him. Whatever Michigan needs me to do to help win, I'm always there. I'm ready for that opportunity. Always think it's great that I get developed as a tight end every day, and most fullbacks come from like a running back tree, and I got to come from a tight end tree of it. So.
Max, just curious, do you see it as a possibility given the production that's lost in the tight end room?
Yeah, if that's what is needed for me, I'm there to do it. So I'm always ready for that opportunity.
How much do you guys internalize, I guess, what people are saying and kind of use it as motivation? How does Sharon really, harness that and use it as kind of motivation for the program?
We don't notice it. That's what's made this program so special, is that all we care about is what my teammate has to say to me about this rep. I care more about what Colston has to say about spotting this rep in the weight room than what a poll has to say.
But the idea of the Michigan versus
Mm-hmm.
last year,
yeah.
all the drama, and then it seems like this year, people are kind of maybe thinking that there's going to be a fall off or something like that effect. And I mean, how do the players kind of use that, I guess, or look at that?
Yeah, there's a little bit of it in the back of your head, but like I said, we take so much pride in that all we care about is what we can be today. But sometimes you need that little extra motivation. The Michigan versus everybody thing is a real thing, and but what's made the program so special is the lack of acknowledgement for outside noise.
I'm just curious, when you're not talking to folks on the everyone does need something. What do you do when you're not talking and thinking of playing?
It's a good one. I like playing Xbox. I've always played that since I was a kid. This summer, golfed a little bit, fish. Just kind of something to detach, but it's just kind of me. I did actually this year. Caught a nice muskie up north. I think it was like 42, so I was happy. It's my first one. I'm not a big fisherman, but it's cool getting the first one. Yeah, so he, when we first got here as freshmen, he was very vocal to the freshman class because he was, a big recruit. He got there in the spring. He had the ability to speak. And then as time has gone on, he's gotten better. He's gotten very good at leading, too. It's a skill you have to develop, and he's really taken pride in getting better at it. And especially this year, he's taken the opportunity to spread his message more, and he's very good at doing it. And he's really taken a very good control of the messages that are being spread around the team.
So 3 more minutes for Max.
Been among the biggest games of the Big Ten season, if not the college football season, for the past few years. Is it strange not having them on schedule?
It is a little different seeing it without them. It's kind of like a staple game, But it's different, but there's still so many great other opportunities to have, so we're always happy. I don't know what people have to say about it. I don't really listen to what anyone has to say about our offense, and but all I know is that the guys that are in that team room when the offense meets, I have a lot of faith in them. I think I have a little advantage because I'm not big on social media or anything, so I kind of get the natural block from it. And I think so much just comes from the what's been instilled in this program is just the acknowledgement for what someone inside the building has, and it's kind of like what my teammate might have to say takes so much more precedent in my mind than what something else can take. No, not yours.
With that offense, there's going to be a lot of new faces. Who has stepped up this offseason that gives you confidence that you guys will not fall off?
Super excited for Fred Moore. The whole receiver room from top to bottom. And there's so many great guys like Fred, Timo, Samaj, Peyton O'Leary. Like Kendrick Bell's made some great strides too. Like there's guys who you would think it's their first big moment, but like they're so beyond ready just because of the nature of how the program develops.
Max, can you talk a bit about the expansion of the Big Ten and your excitement around the regular season schedule this year?
Yeah, super excited. We love all the opportunities that we get. We love being on the big stage. A lot of big names, big brands of college football. So couldn't be more excited for some cool opportunities.
Also, the excitement around the elevation of Kirk Campbell as the new OC.
Awesome. He's a great guy, great coach who's so passionate about Michigan. It's awesome seeing him do what he does, and he's so great at what he does. It's a cool experience to be a part of. Yeah, Michigan always uses tight ends. It's kind of a staple, and he's very good at using them wherever he's been. And he's just a great offensive mind who does a great job of not being so set on like what has worked. He tries to find out what's going to work best and with what we have.
How do you guys stay hungry after winning a national championship and achieving that goal that had driven you guys for so long?
Yeah, people will always be hunting us, but we never take that route. It's always that we are still hunting. We are always trying to find more, and there may be a target on our back, but we welcome it. But there'll always be targets on their backs for us too.
Max, are there any major differences between how Shiro Moore conducted the offense as OC and then now Kirk Campbell taking over? Like, what kind of is that dynamic in terms of the championship?
Not much. It's Michigan football, and they both have the mindset of whatever makes Michigan football the best, and will do. So they've both done. It's seamless. It's hard to really. Wouldn't even notice if you told me.
Thanks, guys. We gotta take it.
Gotcha. Thank you guys so much. He did, yeah. Learned out of things for Ben.